Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if this is your first time of visiting this channel, click on the subscribe button and then smash the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you will get notified as soon as possible. So we are here again. It's another weekend, all right? Weekend in quotes, because I don't have weekends in my books, all right? Yes, I don't see a weekend as a weekend, or I don't really treat a weekend as a weekend, all right? Yes, I see it to be a full day, and I just go by what I normally do, all right? So we've had 2 weeks of roughness on the market so far as the Flax Forex community is concerned, all right? So for the past 2 weeks, things haven't really gone well for us, and that's normal, all right? That is very, very normal. As a trader, you need to accept the fact. It's a fact. Losses will come, all right? Losses will come. It depends on how you are going to react to it. All right, it depends on how you are going to react to it. And one thing about my model or my trading system is that if I should face 2 weeks of, let's say, losses and all that, what I do is I just go back to the drawing board, review what I'm doing, and jump in again. All right, and most of the times I feel so glad, all right, that these things are happening now, all right, because I'm still in my early stages. In this industry, and so I feel so glad these things are happening now, all right, so that it will facilitate in checking what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong, all right. So losses will come, all right. Losses will come. So far as we are humans, we're going to do mistakes and all that, all right. It depends on how you see it or how you will overcome those losses, all right. That is why I always tell you guys that always one key factor that should lead you as a beginner in this industry is risk management, all right. Risk management before everything. Risk management before everything, else you will just beat yourself up, and then, just as I said yesterday on my channel, you'll be shown the exit door. All right, and once you are shown the exit door, you will leave. That is how this industry is. All right, once you are shown the exit door, literally that means you are really looking for it. And so once you are shown that this is the exit door, you are going to leave. And when you leave, that is the end of your life in this industry. All right, that is the end of your life in this industry. And so I always tell people that risk management before everything. All right, risk management before everything. Risk management ensures your long-term survival in this market. All right, and so even if you are making losses, because your risk management is very strict, all right, you have something in your account that will push you to make amends and then bounce back into the market. All right, so that is just that we are entering into a new week. All right, we are about entering into a new week, and just as we normally do, we go through the market and then see what this week or what the coming week has for us. All right, I told you in my Telegram channel that this forecast or this analysis is going to be very deep. All right, this is going to be very deep because I'll be taking you right from the monthly to the 4 hour. All right, each of the pairs, that is what I'm doing. All right, I'll take you from the monthly to the 4 hour. So today's forecast is going to be very, very deep. Don't just watch the few and then just close it and say, oh, it's boring. It's going to be deep. All right, you wouldn't want to miss. So just as we normally do, let's start with the dollar index and see what the market has for us. All right, so on the monthly of the dollar index, the dollar is still pushing. All right, it's still pushing to the upside, and just as you can see here, all right, we've price just went into this imbalance we are seeing here. All right, it tapped it a little bit and we saw a rejection, and I wouldn't be surprised. All right, yes, that is a month that happened the month of July. That happened the month of July, and so I wouldn't be surprised if we still see price continue to push further into this imbalance you are seeing here. All right, at least to fill the 50% of this imbalance before we see a drop. All right, so at the moment on the higher time frame, that is on the monthly, I'm still seeing the dollar index still in the bullish environment. All right, I'm still seeing the dollar index in the bullish environment. So let's transpose it to the weekly and see what is happening on the weekly time frame. Let's look at what is happening. So on the weekly, price is sitting, all right, price is sitting on the previous month's high. All right, the previous month high, that is where price is sitting. And just as you can see, price has been making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, breaking previous structures. And so at this moment on the weekly, we are still seeing a bullish order flow. We are still seeing a bullish order flow on the weekly. And so until price breaks this structure low we are seeing here, price is still bullish. All right, price is still bullish. And so going into next week, I'm going to work within these ranges. All right, this range high and then this range low. All right, I'm going to work within this range high and then this range low. All right, let's quickly move to the daily time frame and see. So just as I said, I'm going to work within this range high and then this range low. So what I will do is I'll pull my fib to measure where price currently is. All right, so basically I want to see if price is in a discount zone or whether it's in a so just as you can see, price is below the 50% retracement level. That tells you, so far as this range is concerned, price is in a discount. And so if price is in a discount, then going into next week, I want to see price continue to push. All right, yes, this likely seems to be an order block we are seeing here. So if next week we are going to see the dollar index continue to move to the upside, I don't want to see this low being cleared. All right, I want to see this low respected. All right, I want to see this low respected. And so going into next week, this is going to be my range. All right, I'm going to look at what is going to happen within this range. If this low is being broken, and definitely we are going to see the dollar index move to the downside, targeting this low and then targeting this low as well. All right, let's go to the 4 hour and see what is happening on the 4 hour. So this is where price is currently sitting on the 4 hour. We've seen price coming up to clear this buy stops we are seeing here. All right, and we have this imbalance. So going into next week, I'll look out for the low of the week. If price is going to be bullish, I'll be expecting to see the low of the week being formed. All right, I'll be expecting to see the low of the week being formed. And so within the 4 hour time frame, I'll make use of this range high and then this range low. All right, we are seeing an order block here. All right, so going into next week, I'm going to make use of this range high and this range low, so far as the low or the high of the week is concerned. So if you're going to see bullishness, then I'll be expecting price to form the low of the week within Sunday and Wednesday. All right, so from Sunday to Wednesday, I'll be looking out for the low of the week. All right, and so if I see the low of the week being from, and definitely Wednesday New York time, I'm really going to take a decision on that. All right, yeah, so that is just that for the dollar index. All right, that is just that for the dollar index. So at the moment I'm still seeing a bullish dollar. All right, at the moment I'm still seeing a bullish dollar. If this range low, just as I told you on the daily time frame, is this range low gets broken, that is when my bias is going to change. All right, if this range low gets broken, that is when my bias is going to change. So just be looking out for that going into next week. So that is that for the dollar index. Let's look at what is happening on AUDUSD. Let's look at what is happening on AUDUSD. All right, yeah, so for AUDUSD, we are seeing what this is what we are seeing. We are seeing price pushing. We saw price attempting to tap into this level we are seeing here. We saw price attempting to tap into this level we are seeing here, and we saw a rejection. All right, and we saw a rejection. But at the moment, just look at something. At the moment, price is stuck within this range high, and then this range low. All right, so the previous month's low. All right, the previous month's low. I'm going to use the previous monthly low, and then May's price action. All right, May, yes, so that literally is, yes, the other block. All right, yes, that is an order block. All right, so that is going to be my range for now. All right, that is going to be my range for now. If I see price break out of this range, then definitely we are going to get into this level, break out to the downside, and definitely we get into this level. But if I see price break out or violate this order block we are seeing here, then definitely we are going to see higher prices. All right, yeah, so at the moment this is going to be my range, the range I'll be working within so far as the month of August is concerned. All right, yeah, let's switch to the weekly and see what is happening. Yeah, so this is going to be my range. All right, range high and then range low. This is going to be my range. And so looking at this range, you've seen price break this structure we are seeing here, another block being from price breaking this other block. Sorry, yeah, price moving up and coming back into this other block. Yeah, so going into next week, I'll see how price is going to react. All right, not forgetting that I'm working within this range. All right, I'll be working within this range, and so if I'll be working within this range, we can see buys, we can see sells next week. All right, it all depends on how price is going to react. All right, my limit is going to be focused on this range. All right, so even if I'm going to take any buys so far as AUDUSD is concerned, I wouldn't go beyond this range. All right, I wouldn't go beyond this range because at the moment that is the range price is what is working within. That is the range price is working within. Let's go to the daily and see what is happening on the daily time frame. Let's go to the daily and see what is happening. Yeah, so this is the daily. All right, this is the daily, and so currently I'm seeing an imbalance here. All right, I'm seeing an imbalance here. We've seen a break in structure here. All right, that was last Friday. Price with broke structure, and then I'll take this as an order block. All right, yes, I'll take this as an order block. And so going into next week, I will see how price is going to react. If definitely we are going to get to this level, then we are likely to see price tap into this order block, and then we move into this level, into this imbalance we are seeing here, and then we see how price is going to react. But let's switch to the 4 hour and see what is happening on the 4 hour. All right, yeah, so this is an imbalance. All right, yeah, so this is an imbalance we are seeing here. This is an imbalance we are seeing here. So going into next week, I'm going to be very observant to see how price is going to react. All right, because already you've seen what some form of structure break here. All right, price broke structure here, it left a fair value gap here, and it was filled. And once it was filled, we saw price what breaking this low as well. All right, yeah. So going into next week, I'll be looking at how price is going to react. All right, yeah, because I'm seeing bearishness. I'm seeing bearishness on AUDUSD. All right, I'm seeing bearishness on AUDUSD, and so I'll be looking out for the high of the week to form. I'll be looking out for the high of the week to form. All right, and so if I take sales, this is going to be my target. I'll target here. From here, then I'll see. All right, I'll see if price is able to violate. If price violates this low, then definitely we are going to see lower prices. If price is able to violate this low, then you're going to see lower prices. So going into next week, that is going to be my expectation. All right, that is going to be my expectation. I expect to see price retrace a little bit. I don't want to see this high being attacked. All right, I don't want to see this high being attacked. If price attack this high, then definitely my bias is going to change. Yeah, my bias is going to change. So that is just that going into next week, I want to see price what retrace to fill this imbalance we are seeing here, make the high of the week, and then we see price push to the downside. So that is my expectation on AUDUSD going into next week. Let's look at what is happening on Gbpusd. Let's look at what is happening on the monthly. Yes, for Gbpusd, we've seen price at this level at the moment. All right, yes, so we saw price clearing this sell stop you are seeing here. It went up to break structure and it came back. All right, failing to break this structure low we are seeing here. And so for Gbpusd on the monthly, I don't have enough data, all right, or I don't have enough information to establish any long-term decision. All right, I don't have enough data to establish any long-term decision. All right, but I'm going to work within the previous monthly range. All right, the previous month high, and then previous month high, and the previous month low. Already the monthly high has been broken. All right, so let's switch to the weekly and see what is happening on the weekly. Yeah, so this is what is happening on the weekly. All right, this is what is happening on the weekly. And so far as the weekly is concerned, my range is going to be this high and then this low we are seeing here. All right, yes, I'm going to work around this low and then this high. All right, yes, because you've seen a little bit of a break in structure here. All right, let's switch to the daily and then see. But looking at your left, we are seeing a lot of low resistance liquidity, on the upside. All right, yes, but we haven't seen on the weekly, we haven't seen any significant break in structure yet, and so we can't establish the fact that price is bullish on the weekly time frame. We still can't establish the fact because we haven't seen any major breaking structure. All right, the major breaking structure that I want to see if price should move to the upside or continue to move to the upside on a long-term basis is this high. All right, if price breaks this high we are seeing here, then definitely we are going to see a major or a long-term bullishness or upside movement so far as Gbpusd is concerned. So at the moment, I'm just going to work within this range. All right, this range high and then this range low. That is what I'm going to work with. All right, yes. So let me just make this clear. All right, this range will be my dealing range. All right, this range is going to be my dealing range. That is what I will work within. Let's look at the daily and see what is happening on the daily time frame. Let's look at what is happening on the daily time frame. So for the daily we've already seen a break in structure here. All right, for the daily we've already seen a break in structure here, and so for the daily we can start establishing the fact that price is what is kind of moving to the upside. All right, price is really making amends to what, to push to the upside. Just as I told you on the weekly, if this high is being broken, then definitely on a long-term basis you're going to see price what, push to the upside. But on a daily, we've already seen a break in structure here. We saw price move here, then we've seen a rejection to the upside, and so on a daily, price is looking bullish for me. All right, price is looking bullish for me because of this breaking structure we are seeing here. All right, and so I'll be looking for higher movement. All right, I'll be looking for higher movements, not forgetting about my range. All right, not forgetting about my range. I'll be looking for higher movement. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame and see what is happening on the 4-hour time frame. Yes, so this is what is happening on the 4-hour time frame. All right, this is what is happening on the 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame too, on the 4-hour time frame, I'm going to work within this range. All right, I'm going to work within this range. I'm going to work within this range. So this is going to be my range low and then my range high. All right, and so pulling the fib, price is currently in equilibrium. All right, price is currently in equilibrium. Price is currently in equilibrium, and so I would wait for more data on GBPUSD on the 4-hour time frame. But look at this. We've seen a relative equal lows being cleared. All right, that was last Friday, and we've seen price pushing to the upside. All right, so I would take this as a retracement. I would take this as a retracement because of the lows that has been cleared. That is a shift in structure. That is a shift in structure. And so going into this week, so far as the 4-hour time frame is concerned, I'll be patient. All right, I'll be patient. We are likely to see price retrace a little bit into the zone. We are likely to see price retrace or move a little bit into the zone before we see any significant movement to the upside. All right, so on the 4-hour, price is still looking bearish. All right, price is still looking bearish on the 4-hour. You haven't seen any significant move to the upside or any break in market structure to the upside. All right, yes, so that is just that for GBPUSD. That is just that for GBPUSD. So going into next week, I want to see price move a little bit. All right, or better still, I would start looking for buying opportunities if this high or this high is broken. All right, but so far as this high is not broken, we are still in a bearish sentiment. So that is just that for GBPUSD. Let's look at what is happening on USDCAD. All right, let's look at what is happening on USDCAD. So let's switch to the monthly and see what is happening on the monthly. All right, let's see what is happening on the monthly. Wow, if you have been trading USDCAD the whole of 2022, I will say congratulations. All right, irrespective of your result, whether you made losses or you made profits, congratulations. Because looking at this price action from 2021, July 2021 to date, we haven't seen any significant movement on USDCAD. All right, we haven't seen any significant movement. All right, right from July through to this time. All right, through to this time, we haven't seen any significant movement. It's more or less like someone may see this to be an upside movement, but hey, this is a consolidation to me. Yes, this is a consolidation to me. I see this to to be a consolidation, because look at how the candles are reacting. All right, look at how the candles are reacting. A lot of rejections. We see bullishness, bearishness, bullishness, bearishness. We haven't seen any significant break in structure. All right, right from 2021 to now, so far as USDCAD is concerned. And so if we have been trading this pair last year till now, I mean, you've done well. All right, you've done well, of course. Things so far as this pair is concerned, the monthly, it has been very rough. All right, it has been very rough. So I'll take this high and then this low as my dealing range. All right, yes, I'll take this high, and then this low as my dealing range. All right, yes. And so if this high and then this low is my dealing range, I don't even have to pull the fib to know if price is currently at a discount or in a premium. All right, so price in this place is telling me that what currently price is in a premium market. All right, yeah, so we've already established a premium market on USDCAD so far as the monthly is concerned. Let's look at what is happening on the weekly time frame. Let's look at what is happening on the week. So this is the weekly. All right, this is the weekly. So just as we can see, we've seen price pushing, trying to push to the upside. All right, of which currently we are seeing price in a premium zone. All right, price is currently in a bearish. Price is currently in a bearish order block. All right, yeah. So going into next week, if I should already, price is bearish. All right, price is bearish because we've seen a break in a shift in structure here. All right, you've already seen a shift in structure here, and so if the sentiment is going to be bullish for me going into next week, I want to see this high being broken. All right, I want to see this high being broken. I really want to see this high being broken going into next week if we are going to see a bullish sentiment. If not, we are going to see price will continue to push to the downside to clear all these low resistance liquidity we are seeing here. All right, to clear all these low resistance liquidity we are seeing here. All right, these are forms of liquidity, and price can easily take all this liquidity up way to this level before we see a push to the upside. All right, let's shift the daily time frame and see what is happening on the daily. Yes, so the daily is giving us some sort of clarity. All right, some sort of clarity. We are seeing an imbalance here. All right, we are seeing an imbalance here. So going into next week, all right, you are seeing an imbalance here. We saw price push down to clear this liquidity we are seeing here, and from that we saw price pushing up to break this short-term high, and so going into next week, I'm going to see how price is going to react around this bearish candle we are seeing here. All right, I want to see how price will react around this bearish candle we are seeing here. If price respects this bearish candle, if it retraces and respect this candle we are seeing, then definitely we are going to see price push to the upside. But if you violate this bearish candle, definitely this low will be attacked and this imbalance will be filled. All right, yes, let's push to the far and see. Let's push the far and see. Yes, so this is the 4 hour. So going into next week, if we should see price reverse come into this zone and we see a reversal to the upside, definitely are going to see price push to the upside. But if you should see price violate the daily order block, the daily order block or the bearish candle I showed you on the daily time frame, then definitely you are going to see price attack this low we are seeing here and then fill this imbalance. All right, yeah, so going into next week, I'll be very observant to see how price is going to react around the zone. I'll be very, very observant to see how price react around the zone. All right, here. So that is just that for for USDCAD, let's look at what is happening on Nasdaq. Let's really look at what is happening on Nasdaq. So for Nasdaq, let's switch to the daily. Let's switch to the daily and see what is happening on the daily. Yeah, so for Nasdaq, currently we are still all right. Price is stuck in a what? In a bullish, sorry, a bearish order block. All right, price is stuck in a bearish order block, and so let's switch to the 4-hour. Let's switch to the 4-hour and see. So going into this week, sorry, next week, going into next week, I'm going to watch this high and this low. All right, I'm going to watch this high and this low. So if price is able to break this high, then you're going to see higher prices. If price if price breaks this low, then definitely we are going to see lower prices. All right, you are going to see this liquidity being cleared back into the zone. All right, you're going to see this liquidity being cleared back into the zone. So going into next week, so far as Nasdaq is concerned, I'll be very watchful of this high and then this low. All right, I'll be very watchful of this high and then this low. Is going to be my range. All right, so if we see price break out of this range low, then definitely this liquidity is going to be attacked. I'm going to look for sell prices or sell movement to drive all the way to the zone. All right, to drive all the way to the zone. So that is my expectation on Nasdaq going into next week. Let's look at what is happening on S&P 500. So Nasdaq, S&P 500, same plan. All right, Nasdaq, S&P 500, same plan. So this zone is what I'm going to look out for. All right, this low and then this low is what I'm going to look out for. We are even seeing a relative equal lows here. So if price should break this low, then definitely we are going to see price clear this low, and then move back into the zone. So going into next week, that is going to be my expectation on S&P 500. All right, yeah, so that is just that going into next week. All right, I hope it has really been insightful. All right, because I mean today's forecast has been deep. All right, I've taken you through a very, very deep forecast. All right, yeah, so that is just that. If you haven't subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and then hit on the notification bell. If you're not part of my Telegram community too, just check the description box below. The link is there. Click on the link and then be part of the Flax Forex Telegram community. All right, yeah, so until I talk to you again next week, be safe, and I wish you all good luck and good trade.